I produce a lot of short form videos for YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and other platforms. And so I tried looking for an AI powered app that would automate at least part of that process. I found a bunch of platforms where you can upload a long video file, say 30 minutes or more, and the AI will automatically select and produce short clips that you can customize. But I didn't find anything that really got the job done the way I wanted it to. And so I've turned to an app that's at the center of our workflow at Conversa called Descript. Now, Descript appeared on the scene a few years ago and revolutionized podcast production by making it possible to edit audio by working with an automatically generated transcript, just like you would edit a Word document. It's pretty cool. But you can also use Descript to edit and produce video. And I've developed a really cool and efficient workflow for producing short form videos that I wanted to share. Let's get into it. So the first thing we want to do is create a template for the video so that we don't have to do things like add captions and logos from scratch every single time. So navigate here to Templates, click New Template. I'm going to give it a title, Video Graphics, let's say, and Captions. Now we want to change the aspect ratio. We want to choose portrait because that's the style of video we're making. And now we're ready to start adding elements. So we'll click this plus sign and then click File and navigate to, let's say, where your logo or overlay is. Double click and we see it gets added there. And now I know that in these videos I'm going to have captions, so I want to add those as well. So click plus, navigate to captions, and we want to choose our font. We want to choose our style. I like the fill style where it fills the active word with a color of your choosing. So I'm going to choose the colors here. I do not want a background, so I'm going to set background to transparent. Okay, and I know I'm going to want the only like 2 or 3 words for the caption, so I'm going to make the box a little smaller. There's nothing to see, so we can't really test the captions right now, but we can test them later when we actually start building the video. So when you have all the elements in place, then you can go up here and click Publish Template. It wants you to title it once again. So Video Graphics and Captions. Oops, I spelled both of those wrong. Let's try again. And Captions. And then click Publish Template. And that template is all set. So now we're ready to create a short video. So we're going to go back to Projects, go to Recent Projects, and click New. Select Video Project. And for now, I'll just give it a generic title. And now before using the template that we just created, number one is we're going to want to change the aspect ratio to portrait. And we're going to click in here, and just like we added the logo and the captions, we're going to click plus, and now we're going to click File into Script. And here's where we're going to navigate to where we have the videos we're going to use. So this is from a podcast interview I did. I have a video file for me, the host, and for the guest. I'm going to select both of those. And they're going to get added to Descript here. Tells you files added to the script track. Click Transcribe. And it's telling us that it's going to combine the files into a multi-track sequence. We want that, so it's already checked, so just click Done. And it'll take a few minutes to transcribe the files. And now that the transcript is in place, we can go ahead and start building the clip. I like to start clips with a question that I ask and then include part of the guest's answer. And when it's me talking, I want my image to fill the screen. And then when it's the guest talking, I want the guest's image to fill the screen. And so here's how you make that happen. Now, first I should say For a short, you want to make sure that it's less than 60 seconds. So I like to start by kind of grabbing what I think I'm going to use basically and just looking down here at the timeline and making sure it starts at 3:18, ends at around 4:06. So, okay, I know that we're not going above 60 seconds. Now, because I want to emphasize my video at first when it's me talking, I'm going to have to create what's called a scene. And that's if you put the cursor where you want the scene to start, and you'll see off to the left here, there's the plus sign and the /. So I'm going to click the /, and that means I'm adding the beginning of a scene here. And I know my scene is going to end when I stop talking. So I'm going to put the cursor here where the guest starts talking and create the start of a scene there. And that kind of doubles as the end of this scene. So you can see there are 3 scenes here now cataloged on the left. If I double click on scene 2, it highlights just the beginning of the clip. And that's important because that allows me to now go in and select the guest's video, delete it, just by clicking delete, take my video, move it to the center, and make sure that it fills the entire screen. And then once that's in place, I go up here to templates and choose the template that we just created, double click, and there it is. It's in place. And I want to go down here and move, See, so I'm selecting the overlay there. In order to select the captions, I want to put the cursor on the captions, hit Control, and then click, select layer, select captions, and now I can move the captions around. And I want to move them a little bit down here. Okay. So now we want to move on and produce the next scene. So the next scene starts right here when the guest starts talking. And let's say we want the scene to end right there. So we're going to put the cursor on the next line and effectively end the scene there. And that's going to be scene 3, as you can see. So go through the same process. This time I'm going to click my video and delete it. Center the guest's video, stretch it to the edges of the frame, and go to templates, double click on the template we created. And again, I want to select the captions, move them down just a little bit, and everything is looking pretty good. The other thing that you want to do is, before you export, go through the text and see if there's anything that you need to edit. So you can see where the guest starts talking, that needs to be a capital R. One trick is if you hold down the Z key and then click on the word, it'll automatically make it a capital. For filler words like and you can right-click on them, then click Remove Filler Words. Go up here to this pop-up. It defaults to get rid of all possible filler words. I like to deselect, select all, and just choose and at least to start with. And then click Apply to All. And it automatically takes out all the ums and the uhs, which is pretty convenient. And I'll go through the rest of it and again, do any editing that I need to, but I won't do that now for the sake of keeping this video as short as possible. So now the last thing we want to do is add a title. And the way to do that is put your cursor right at the beginning of the clip, go to Templates, go to Titles, and as you can see here, you have a few options. I like to choose just this first simple option. You can see it adds the title here in your timeline. If you play, you'll see that it kind of fades in. So we're just going to use this first part. So I'm going to go in and get rid of the subtitle, and then double click on the title and type in whatever title you want. You can position it. You can, of course, change the font. Make the font bigger or smaller. And of course, you can choose the color. Just going to leave it as white. Descript does not have a lot of great options when it comes to the titles. If you want something that looks more stylish, cooler, sort of slanted, or more options, then you should use another editor, something like CapCut. But if you just want to get it all done in Descript, it gets the job done. It's just nothing special. Now, again, when you play it, the title kind of fades in, and it stays there right up until the guest starts speaking. If I want the title to only stay for, let's say, 2 or 3 seconds, I can go down here and select the title bar, put the cursor at the end, and then drag it so that it only stays on screen for a few seconds. And also, again, if you highlight that, you see these 2 little white dots. That's for the fade in. So if I don't want it to fade in, I just want it to appear right away, I can drag that dot all the way to the left, and then you can see it's right there as the title starts. So now we are ready to export the video. So I'm going to highlight the entire thing. Click Publish. Click Export. Make sure it's set to video. Make sure you're exporting a current selection. And then set the resolution to max and the quality to high. Click Export. Save it. And that's all there is to it.